Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Coping with Life, Disabled and Mentally Ill. I am your host, Scott. Hello, everybody. It is an amazing day. I hope you're well. As we're getting out of the winter, and we're moving into March, and then we're going down that calendar, and slowly I'm trying to figure things out. Slowly I'm trying to understand things, and for me, just a couple days ago, I hit a huge milestone in my life. And I know a lot of people don't understand or wonder why it's a big deal. And to you, you might think it's an amazing deal, and I think that's fantastic. And if you don't, that's fantastic too. But I hit 700 days on Duolingo. I am autistic. I am neurodivergent. Doing things every single day is, that's a big deal. This podcast is, 5 years. And it's hard, especially then you add 2 years of Duolingo, and then you learn Japanese, and I'm still probably in kindergarten level of Japanese, very limited, very basic, but I'm grateful for the stuff that I know, and especially understanding as much as I can. And, being a couple years removed, or it will be a few years before I'm 40. Because I'm turning 39 this year and 40 next year. And so learning languages is really hard. But it's that grind. It's determination and power of will and going, all right, this is what I want. This is what I desire. I want to go back to Japan. I want to, it's like I want. I am going to achieve these goals. How? I don't know yet. But I'm always, go do the thing, chase your dreams, chase your aspirations, do the thing, go for it. And I'm like, 700 days, that's almost 2 years. 2 years exactly will be at the end of March. And I think that's awesome. To me, that's a big milestone. And I know this is, anyway, I've said this many times, but it actually, Duolingo, no matter how much the little green bird somewhat infuriates me, it's not the best tool, but yeah, I use other workbooks and stuff. Anyway, the thing that really motivated me to just do the thing, other than this podcast, was Duolingo. Excuse me. So in March of 24, a buddy was wanting to learn Japanese, and they were doing Duolingo. And they're in the party chat. They're like, "Hey, if anybody wants to learn Japanese with me, I would enjoy to have somebody to conversate with and go over things." And I jumped on that. I went, "Yes, I'll do it. Yeah, let's, you know." And so I re-downloaded Duolingo and went, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And that person didn't even last 5 days. You know, and within like the first month of them, like, maybe, I don't know. And so at that point, I'm like, okay, screw it. Because before that, I had gotten books. I had gotten phrase books and learning tools, and Duolingo wasn't the best for me. And I'm like, I'm gonna go hardcore in learning Japanese, more than the casual that I was, and then I just burned the candle at both ends. And I went, I can do it at my own pace. But that motivation of, this is what I want, this is the goal. And then in July, the cavalcade of cataclysmic conversation that I had, that people who I was in the process of saying, hey, let's do Japan and let's make the price go down for everybody involved. And they're like, hey, yeah, we're gonna cut you from the group. Essentially. And that's being kind of mean about it. But, essentially they're like, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're amazing people, but it's like, hey, I ain't gonna work, Don't want to get into that entire thing. But that was motivation. I went, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it. And so I did. And to my knowledge, those people still are planning a trip to Japan. I'm planning my go again. And I get it. Because, everybody has priorities. Everybody has life stuff. Everybody has things that they want. And there's things that take precedence. And for me, that is, I want to travel more. I don't want to keep on going to concerts. I don't want to keep on going to wrestling events. I'm going to sacrifice everything that I can. And I'm going to make this happen. And, it's probably going to be a couple of years before I get to go back to Japan. It's probably going to be maybe 5 years, unless something miraculous happens. But I'm going, and the way that I outlook things, I plan for things like it's going to happen tomorrow. It's probably my neurodivergent brain. It's probably the way that I think. But planning makes me happy. And there's a lot of things in my life that I have to do. There's things that are really important that needs to be done in the next few days, in the next few months. I don't stop life stuff. It's just in the few months that I have to myself, I'm gonna go look up things. It's like, oh, I would love to do this. Okay, well, I want to do this, and then knowing my body and pain levels, and go. And the big thing about me is the first trip. I went for 2 weeks, and I did things at my own pace, and I did things on a very shoestring budget. And especially with inflation and things going up in price, and especially how a lot of things are a lot different, and how prices are going up, and they're retooling how duty-free works, or tax-free, where, which, all that stuff I read, and I know there's some misinformation on that, but that's mainly people wanting you to click their YouTube and stuff, and they're just regurgitating other things, and it's all clickbaity. And I don't do that, and you shouldn't either. Or you should. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell me what I like and don't like. But for me, I'm going to figure out what I want. It's going to be at my own pace again. And there's so many things that I chose not to do the first time. And there's people in my life who have said that was I should have did while I was there, and I'm like, I need something to motivate me to go back. But sorry for my Japan ramble. I do apologize. It's just a passion thing with me. Anyway, love the people in your life. Tell them you love them, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Or a few hours from now isn't guaranteed. Do the things in your life while you still can. And don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. Beat by your own drum. And push it through. Have a great day. I bid you all adieu.